Verse 14 says, When thou art come into the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, and shalt possess it, and shalt dwell therein, and shalt say, I will set a king over me, like as all the nations that are about me. Thou shalt in any wise set him a king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose. From among thy brethren shalt thou seek a king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother, but he shall not multiply horses to himself, nor cause the people to return to Egypt to the end that they should multiply horses, or that he should multiply horses. For so much as the Lord hath said unto you, ye shall henceforth return no more that way, neither shall he multiply wives to himself, that his heart not turn away, neither shall he greatly multiply to himself silver and gold. And it shall be, when he sitteth upon the throne of his kingdom, he shall write him a copy of this law in a book out of that which is before the priests and the Levites. And it shall be with him, and he shall read therein all the days of his life, that he may learn to fear the Lord his God, to keep all the words of this law and these statutes to do them, that his heart not be lifted up above his brethren, and that he turn not aside from the commandment to the right hand or to the left, to the end that he may prolong his days in his kingdom, he and his children in the midst of Israel. You know, God created these rules for kings. First, he's telling you about the judges, and that's what God wants to do. God wants to have judges that he chooses reign over you. But he knew that the people wouldn't stand for that. Eventually, that they would want a king. And, you know, what God did is he created rules for a king. And this is almost 400 years before there was ever a king to rule over Israel. So this is God prophesying what they're going to do. And he knew they would demand a king. In 1 Samuel chapter 8, verse 5, and said unto him, Behold, thou art old, and thy sons walk not in thy ways. We're talking about Samuel, because he's made his sons judges over Israel after him. Now make us a king to judge us like all the nations. And you can see that they're demanding a king. These rules were for all the kings that would rule over God's people. And now that I've laid the foundation for this, the title of my sermon is King James I in Light of the Bible.